Hey guys, what's up? Let me make sure I got this recording here the right way.
Voiceover on. Landscape. 8 seconds. Stop recording video.
Yeah, we're good.
Voiceover off.
Whoa,
Voiceover
come on.
Stop recording
There we
video.
go.
Button. On face. Voiceover off.
Alright, we're good. Well, if I don't put my finger over the daggone camera. But anyways, hope everybody's doing okay today. I know I am hyped up and ready to go camping. Definitely ready for that. Alright, so I just wanted to share my story with you guys on my experience as a kid, growing up, pretty much living your life at a blind school. Kind of talk about the pros and cons of it, and just share my opinion. If anybody else out there has experienced that, went to a blind school or was just away from home all the time, let me know. I'm curious to know what other people think about it as well. But anyway, I started going to the blind school when I was about, I'm gonna say 8 to play it safe, about 8, because I did go to public school for my first year. I think it was only my first year I went to public school. And so anyway, basically the way that it works is you've got a very short life, social life at home when you do go to a blind school, and I think most will agree. There might be some that disagree, and that's okay. But the way it worked was my school was 2 hours away from my home, so being able to have someone take me to school every day, that was pretty much impossible. I mean, you would have to get up at 4:30 in the morning, and then whoever was going to come and get me would have to leave again around 2 o'clock. So I can understand why that was never possible. But anyways, you go to the school on a Sunday, you come home on a Friday. On occasions you don't come home due to different events like track. I was in track when I was in school. I was in wrestling. I tried swimming, that didn't work out. But anyway, I'll talk about my sports and stuff maybe in a different story. So leaving on a Sunday, coming home on a Friday. And when I say come on Friday, I'm talking like Friday evening, 6:30, you get home. So Friday's pretty much gone anyways. So you have Saturday to spend with your family, to, see your cousins and all this stuff. And there was only a few cousins that I ever did hang out with. My cousin Johnny, which another story there as well, but when we was younger, he was like my best friend, and of course now I never talk to him, never see him. But anyway, don't let me get off track here. And then my cousin Jeff, and he's unfortunately no longer with us. He passed away at the age of 39, unfortunately. So I had one day every weekend, and that was it. You have your own bedroom, and well, sometimes if you're lucky, you had your own room. If not, you had a roommate at school. So privacy, there really wasn't privacy, because you're roommating with someone that that might be a friend, but still, there's that need of privacy. I think even as a teenager, everybody needs their privacy, I think. So it's I don't know how to explain it. It wasn't easy. I don't blame that for, me getting in trouble when I was a kid and then getting into fights and getting suspended. I don't blame the school for all of it, but I think if you go to one of them schools, it takes a lot of encouragement and within the family you need to be surrounded by a strong family that are going to be very supportive. I'll be honest, when I was going through school, I didn't really have that. I didn't have that support. I didn't have it. Even with my events, there was really no support there. I can't recall once that my mom had ever came to one of my events, whether it been track or wrestling, or my stepdad, which he's I always called him like my dad because he took care of me. But I think personally that going to them private schools like that, I think it really puts a hurt on the social learning side of things. Learning to be social and being around other people, the normal environments, not just stuck in a environment of just other people that are blind. I think it's hard on people. It was hard on me. I didn't make it. I did not graduate at that school. When I was a kid, I just felt out of place. I just didn't feel, I just wasn't comfortable with myself at the time. I wasn't comfortable with the situation. I wasn't accepting the facts that I'm blind. I didn't want to accept that. So with all that on top of it, all I was worried about was getting out of school and going and partying and having fun. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about the books when I should have. Now, I'm not saying everybody's like that, because there's a lot of people that's graduated at them schools and they made it okay, and I give them thumbs up on that, because it's not easy. Unfortunately, at the time in my life, I wasn't strong enough. If I knew what I know now, if I knew that then, things would have been much easier. But I've also, learned and learned my lessons, and that's, to me, that's important, is that you learn from your mistakes. You learn from the things that you should have or should not have done. So, to me, I don't think, it's kind of hard talking about it, but I don't think them schools are good for people. I just don't. I think that with the money invested into them schools, that money can be put into the public schools and surround the kids who are visually impaired or completely blind, surround them by the normal environment. To me, I think that's better than just sheltering, because that's what that school was to me. It was just a shelter. It was a shield from reality. It was a shield from what's real and what's not. And there's a lot of people that are visually impaired or blind or what have it that are nervous when they get around a big crowd. Why? Because I think that's part of it. Not growing up and having that social life and learning to grow up around people that's not like them. When I grew up, I should have been growing up around people that wasn't like me, so I could understand that, so I could learn from that. There was no way to learn from it whenever you was stuck behind this shield. school. So I think it's, and if they do have these schools continuing to go on, they need to create programs to get the kids out into the social world, around other people. Because if not, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to continue to go through the things that I went through, or worse, or just different. So, as of now, the school that I went to, my opinion, has went downhill because they've taken, and not only is it people that are blind at that school now, it's people with very much more serious needs, that I just don't think that those two type of environments need to be together. Not that there's anything wrong with them people, but I mean, the school should be for people that is blind. That's why they call it a blind school. But they are taking on much more challenged children these days. There needs to be a different school for that. Not let's just put them all together. I don't know. And honestly, I think at times, some people, some programs, us blind people get the raw end of the stick, and that's just my opinion. But yeah, it wasn't fun. I mean, the only time I got to be home was in the summer. That was it, spring break. And then I just didn't feel like I was home, I'd go home, but I felt like I was stuck at that school. Even though I was at home, my mind was there. And why? I don't know, because I didn't like it. But even being home, that's where my mind was. So, there was never a break. Now, I'm going to do another video on this. And I'm going to title it almost the same so you guys know. But I'm going to do that when my friend comes down. And we are going to talk about it and get his perspective. Because he did graduate, but there's still a lot of things that I think he would like to say about it. So, and you know what? I've not been back since, guys. I've not been to none of the class meets or whatever. I don't even talk to anybody from my classes, and they don't talk to me. Totally different story that I'll share another time. Nothing bad, but just one of them deals where, when you get out of school, everybody goes their own ways. But anyways, I hope you like this, and if you ever, anybody out there ever has a child that is going to one of them schools and you want some advice, or maybe you need some coaching for your child or children or whatever, I'm always here to help people. That's what I'm all about. Is trying to help people and be there for people. So, guys, I hope you like this video. Please be sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like it, share it, and I'll be back again later on. You guys take care. Bye-bye.